Hello everyone, I'm Mr.X, the hunter in these videos, and today I will be narrating our Shado-Pan Monastery run. At the beginning of the run we pull every trash mob in this room and then stack in the middle, where you can see the mobs casting lightning. These adds remain stationary for a while, which is why we stack on them to optimize cleave and AoE damage, as well to aid for healing, because we have a shaman with healing range, so that's usually good to stand in that. Now onto the force boss. The first phase you want to loosely spread out and stay away from the balcony, as not to drop the AoE lightning patches on the wrong spots and on other people. The second phase is where the dragon comes down, where you're going to want to stack up for healing and have a tank face the dragon away from the raid. The third phase is where a lot of damage goes out, so we suggest stacking up and using hero. After that you run into the hallway and kill the little shot adds. We did them one or two at a time. You can probably pull all of them, but they do some burst damage, and I think they explode when they die as well. After they're dead, you run outside and mount up, skipping the adds right in front of you, and run to your right up the stairs. Someone has to run all the way to the end of the building, and that will end the rain of arrows. Sometimes some people will get caught by the ice arrows, but that's fine. Just make sure they don't die. After that you can run into the building and start the RP. You don't have to worry about getting there before other people, as the doors never close and the RP does take a little bit of time. And if the mobs spawn while you're alone, you can actually deal with them. The majority of their damage can be avoided. After all the trash is done, we assign one person to attack each clone of the boss. So there's one in front and then two on the left and the right, just to easily eliminate those false clones. They do cast like a cheap punch of sorts, so if they're down very quickly, the room won't be full of stuff to avoid, and it'll be much more manageable. After that boss is dead, I would suggest dismissing your pet, because this is where you're going to do an invisibility run. The invisibility run makes you run all the way to the bridge, and you skip, I think, 2 or 3 trash packs. Once you arrive at the bridge, this is where the invisibility potion will more than likely run out, so try to make your way to the middle of the bridge as fast as possible. Doing so will end the rain of fire arrows and the fire patches on the ground. For these trash mobs, you want to be careful not to stand in front of them when they die. They have some sort of frontal cleave nuke when they die, which kills a lot of melee and tanks. So watch their health and stay away from them. For the Shah boss, I was able to constantly run around to avoid the spikes on the ground. He selects a random person and then a spike appears and knocks you up in the air, so if you're always running around you probably won't get hit by it, which is what I was able to do. Apparently there's also a debuff that will increase your damage dealt, so it is advised not to dispel it. And just like in Heroic, the tank may get blinded, so try to dispel this as quickly as possible, as it lasts a few seconds and your tank will be unable to do anything for a while. So you don't really want that to happen, and you don't want the boss to run around wild, attacking people. After this, you will go outside and kill the 2 adds. Make sure you click on the Pandaren floating in midair to purify it. This will allow you to kill the trash, and I suggest having more than one person attempting to cleanse him. Some of the trash has a death grip that will pull you away from doing your purifying action and interrupting it. So if you have multiple people doing it, eventually it's going to succeed on the first try. After this trash, you will go down on the bridge and on the right, and do the same thing. Usually this trash is skipped on heroic runs, but it is required for the kill counter here in challenge modes. After that, you will jump through the rope bridge on your right onto the water. If you have water walking, it will save you a few seconds. Then you will kill the pack right before the bridge to the boss. Make sure you kill the orb closest to you, so that you can stand close to the floating Pandaren and purify it. And this is the last trash pull you will do of the run. Now onto the final boss. This boss I feel is exactly the same as in Heroic. Do remember to meditate before your bar gets full, as if you become fully angry you will miss a lot of your hits, and I think it also reduces your healing. So kill the orbs as well that he spawns. They're like orbs of anger or something. He spawns 3 of them. They death grip you and increase your anger bar. Kill them as much when they spawn. And also, to maximize your DPS uptime, you can actually meditate to reduce your anger and only have it tick 1 or 2 times and then cancel it. The meditation is a buff, so you can right click it to cancel it, or you can use a cancel aura macro This will allow you to keep your anger in check with only one of 2 ticks, so that it doesn't become a full bar, and increase your DPS uptime, because you're not letting the meditation last the whole duration. And that is that. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch the full run we did with the TeamSpeak audio and unedited completed run, you can click on it right now. The one we just did is Shado-Pan Monastery. And if you click on the other ones, those ones will take you to the other dungeons I've narrated. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and do take care.